Welcome to another episode of last week's Comics Today. I've got a decent sized stack of comics here and something else over on the side that I'll get to later. But let's get straight into this because there's a lot of good material here. I'm going to tell you straight off the bat that Bolero issue 1 is my pick of the week. This is fantastic. It's oversized. You can see it there. I don't know how many pages this is. Of course, there's no numbers. But $6. First issue, it is, the concept is amazing, the art is fantastic, the writing is great, the lettering, I was going to make a comment about the lettering too, and then I realized Brandon Graham is the letterer. That's a surprise. I don't think he's ever, at least to my knowledge, lettered something that wasn't his own. But the basic premise here is you can walk through a door and walk into a version of your life in another universe, and you get 53 chances at this. I think the preview pages that were available before the issue came out are actually from the middle, where it's here, where she finds out about the door, and then she doesn't really believe it, but she walks through anyway, and then she gets given this opportunity, and everything before this, because that's pretty far into the story, everything before this is sort of establishing what is going on in her universe, her relationships. It's really good. Really good. Highly recommended. I hope you check this out. It is a 5-issue series, I believe, and immediately adding this to my pull list. Mechanika issue 2. This is of the Monster of the Ministry of Hell issue miniseries. But in the first issue, they flipped back and forth between the past and the present more often. This is once again almost an origin story for her. It's sort of, it's not a literal origin where we find out where she got her appendages, but it is immediately after that, sort of, she's found, and then what happens. And it's not good. I mean, this is the past. They basically throw her into a mental asylum for children, and these are some of the other children that she is staying with. So they've all got, other than her, they've all got some sort of physical deformity, and they are essentially tortured. It is, I'm going to say, fairly historically accurate. I mean, unkind things have been done to people for centuries that are slightly different, but it's rough to read. Those kids are basically tortured. It's not good. But it's a good issue. It's a rough read. I didn't realize this until just now, but this thing in the background, I thought it was just ornate, highly detailed, but it is actually the pirate ship that Supergirl is fighting this issue. So they have captured Clem, and here's another shot of that ship. She's over there. And while she's fighting the ship, these two are sort of on the ground and are keeping an eye on him. So that is the bulk of this issue, and it is once again really well drawn, really, really well written, and I hope it ends well. That's all I can say. I hope Tom King doesn't always nail his endings, but I hope this ends well. There's one issue left. This is good. I will know next issue whether or not the series overall is also good. Strange Academy issue 15. Just a couple of days ago, Marvel announced that they're ending the series at 18, and then it's going to relaunch. And I don't understand why. It's just what Marvel does now. But I've been enjoying this the whole time, and I look forward to continuing to read it. It is still really good. Got this guy named Gaslamp, and I guess he's blowing up on eBay. It's good. Continues to be good. I say this every time. I like kids at a school in a superhero universe. Just give me that. I'm happy. So I'm sitting here between segments, and I can't stop looking at this guy's ear. Now, The artist is infinitely better than I am, but I do remember high school art class and learning that the ear should line up with your mouth and your eye, and I just think it is high and small. But anyway, this is it's still really good. I know I say a lot of things are really good, but despite everything that I said about the first issue and there really not being enough information there is, I don't know if I ever mentioned this before, but there is more information if you read previews. So the solicitation text is only about a paragraph long, it's a couple of sentences, but if you read that, there's more information than sort of what they put into the story itself. So if you are at all confused but curious, go ahead and read those. I'm enjoying it. Things are happening. There's enough happening, and enough is revealed, and there's enough of both that it is well told. Moon Knight issue 7. I'm gonna flip through this because I don't even remember what happens here. Oh, that's right, Tigra and 8-Ball. I guess it's not a good sign if I don't remember what happens in an issue, and I think there's 11 books total this week, so yeah, I'm going to say that's not a good sign. Maybe I should consider dropping this because I don't think I'm enjoying it as much as I used to. But we get some investigating. He's trying to figure out more about Zodiac. There is sort of some hints as to that, and it ends in a good way, and some interesting things happen in the middle, but I don't think there's enough. I just don't think I'm enjoying this as much as some other books, and maybe that's a sign that I should drop it. Primordial issue 5. I don't think this issue is as strong as previous issues. However, it's still good. I still very much enjoy it. They do jump. Let me see if I can find it somewhere. I swear. Oh, there we go. I thought it was bigger. But they do jump ahead. And we see sort of a homecoming in a couple of ways, and things do not exactly go well. I think I'm going to have to look this up. I think this is supposed to be a 6-issue series, so it might be ending next issue. I will make a comment about that below if true. But things happen. It's just not as well done as previous issues. I am sure it will end well. I guess we'll find out about that next month. Son of Kal-El issue 7. This almost mirrors the show a little bit, the Superman and Lois CW show, because some people show up that where are they? Well, here we get Aquaman. I think he's gone to Aquaman now. But so he shows up because there is a water-based threat. So of course he is. Just keeps calling him Jackson. I don't remember if they call him Aquaman or not. But so there's a water-based threat, and then we get the Gamora Corps, which I said sort of references the Superman and Lois TV show about some additional people getting superpowers that maybe shouldn't have them, and things naturally go wrong. So it's okay. There have been better issues of the series. Homesick Pilots issue 11. It's been a few months, I think, since we had our last issue, and at the time, so when issue 10 came out, I was commenting how it didn't really feel like an ending, because there were 2 ghost-possessed gestalts, sort of, behemoths, that were about to fight, and they didn't, and so here they're starting to fight. But while that's going on, we got stuff going on with the Ghost House, and internally there is a mission given, and they, if I can get to this last page, it's one of the best last pages. So that, which I don't know if you can immediately recognize, but I mean that's brilliant. what better last page can there be, right? So I've recommended this multiple times. If you are, it's sort of horror, but it's action drama. It's just a really well done comic that I recommend. I don't know what's happening with my voice, but it's good. It's good. It's the beginning of a new arc. I hope things go well. I don't know how long that fight's gonna last, but I'm glad that this is back. Hulk issue 3, the first 2 issues were absolute insanity, and they hooked me, and then issue 3 comes out and it sort of reins that in. Also, I don't remember where this happened. This was maybe 5 years ago, and I'm going to be completely wrong about that, but I remember there was a comic, probably Bendis, so that should put it in perspective, but it was about the Hulk and how, like, somebody made the claim that Hulk had never killed anyone, and the implication was that Banner was still remotely in control, just barely enough to rein the Hulk in so that no innocents were injured during his rampages. And this just says, no, he kills people all the time. So I don't know if Cates is taking over from Bendis is just ignoring whatever continuity he doesn't like, but yeah. Art's still nice, and I don't know. We're getting this hints of this thing that is described. Again, this is based on solicits for future issues of the null equivalent for Hulk, and then we're supposed to get a Thor Hulk crossover coming up, and I just dropped Thor because it was dumb, and I do not even remotely regret that decision after seeing the God of Hammers reveal. So still dumb. The art's nice. I'll probably give it till the end of the arc, so issue 5 or 6, to figure out what I'm going to do about this, keep reading or not, but it is drawn well, because Otley's amazing. And then we have the Rush issue 3. Ordinarily, I rearrange the stack before I start shooting the video, but this is just the order in which I read the comics. So I started with the Hulk and then finished with Bolero, and the only one that I moved around was the Rush. So I put this at the back because I didn't think these last few issues that I was talking about were all that great, and I'm like, no, I want to finish on something stronger than that. So I threw the Rush issue 3 at the end, and this is, as always, great. And story's good, the art's good, lettering once again impresses me, and I will forever mention lettering whenever it impresses me. But I really like this guy too. Just everything that happens. Let me see if I can find a panel here. I think you'd have to read it. I can't find a single like well punctuated panel. But so basically, this character joins, and there's some prejudice related to how they treat him and things that they say, and his responses are just brilliant. I love all of it. But we get, let me see how this one ends. Oh, that's right. We get this trippy sequence in here. So this continues to be, for anyone unfamiliar, and if you've been watching these videos, then you should be familiar because I keep talking about this. It's a great series, but it is a pioneer town with something supernaturally horror going on, and there are apparently multiple supernatural horrors going on, because there is, this one doesn't feature it, but there is a sort of giant spider guy, and last issue there was sort of a, they call it in here a sort of crow thing, and now we get a moose. So that's happening. Really good, highly recommended. The only other book that I got this week was, this is the IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I call it Reborn, but it's actually issues 112 through 117. So it's Reborn Volume 3. I had stopped reading the single issues, and I guess I still have the trades on my pull list. So this will be all new material for me, and I guess I'll figure out if I still want to keep getting this or I'm going to cancel this too. I don't know. I'll at least give it a shot, right? I already own it. Might as well read it. I don't know. I'll let you know in a future video what I thought of this. But that is everything that I got this week, and I already told you at the beginning that Bolero issue 1 was getting my pick of the week. So if you have not given this a shot, there should be preview pages available so you can read those, determine for yourself, but this is just a fantastic read. The art is great. Writing, I complimented the lettering earlier. Everything about this is great. There's even a comic here at the very end that sort of gives a kind of origin story for things. It's really, really good. Highly recommended. I hope you check this out. But once again, that's everything that I got this week. As always, I get everything from a local comic shop. If you don't know where yours is, you can use this URL to find the one closest to you. Thanks for watching.